shop. Hope you're having a great day. Alright, time to get on these handles. I actually got them cut out and all that, but I'll show you that in a second. And it's Saturday, which means it was Tattoo Friday last night. Here, let me show you what I got going on. So here's what I did. It's actually red because I did the outline, then I forgot to go eat. So I went to eat and I came back like an hour later and did the shading, and man, my leg was on fire. I messed up right here. I'm about to shade this out because it's coming on top on both of them. See how it's supposed to go in and then come out? I guess none of the other, well, here it goes in and comes out, goes in and comes out. So I'm about to kind of shade it out right here just to make it look like it's going under and then coming out. So yeah, that's a little mess up, keeps sticking out, but I'm gonna color it in red once it heals and use some white highlights. Basically, I've been drawing this since the 80s. You know, every time a girl would break my heart, I'd put her name in it with like a torn banner and torn heart and everything. But I decided to put life in it because life is what really tore me apart. I'm just starting to put myself back together. Boom! Yeah, man, it's a little red, but it's healing. That's all right. I think it's because I walk so much every day, and then, man, because I didn't really have to stretch the skin too much. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, I got these handles started, so we'll just have to pick up. I didn't feel like setting up my cameras, and then today my camera bag opened up, and this camera got all messed up. I'm getting a monitor for it, so yeah, I would replace the screen. I replaced the screen on this camera right here, but the screens are like 150 bucks, and you can get a monitor for like 90. So and I can put them on any camera, so that makes a lot more sense. Anyway, I'm rambling. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And man, these knives are close to done. This one's actually been sold, and the Dexter knife is on its way to its new home. This one's been sold, so I got a few here that are available. But yeah, if they don't get sold, maybe they'll be up on my website soon. All right, let's just get to it. So I epoxied these up off camera. Like I said, I didn't set the camera up. I cut all these. This one's getting some stabilized maple burl. Carbon fiber for this one. Carbon fiber for this one. I got these stabilized for this one. Even though I don't really like this knife, I said I might do a giveaway, but no one has any ideas on how to do it. So I asked on Instagram and TikTok, but you know, no one answered. Can't even give knives away these days. This is parchment paper. What I do is I lay the parchment paper down and I mix my epoxy. You can see it's right here in the corner. I mix the epoxy up, boom, and then I put it down, then I use parchment paper. See, no stick. The parchment paper might stick, but the clamps won't. Boom. So now we just gotta go over, get them all drilled out, and we'll see where we're at. Actually, I think I need to hit these on the grinder real quick because they got epoxy leaking out. So I'm just gonna take them and hit them real close on the grinder, get them all flat and nice, and we'll see where we go from there. Well, I might as well show you this. Now, you're gonna have to get a grip. If you got thin scales, then I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna have to be careful. And you don't want to press into it. You let the belt do the work. And pray. Let's do it. I'm in a bad mood, but damn it, we gotta make the best of this. you probably saw me putting my thumb up here and stuff and holding it here, but I'm not putting pressure. You know, I'm just doing whatever and letting the belt do the work. Then I'll take it and I'll put it flat on here to make sure there's no gaps. Or, you know, I didn't do anything wrong. That looks good. Everything's nice and tight. All right, to the drill press. So I know a lot of guys that like to drill their scales like this. You know, both scales under the knife, and then they just boom, 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 drill it in. But if you do that, and you mess it up once, and you gotta redo your scales and all that, you probably will never do it again. Believe me. Sometimes you'll do it, and then the pins will be like crooked. The pins will be like crooked like this, or up like this, or they just won't match up, and man, there's all kinds of problems that happen, and they're a pain in the ass. What I do is I just clamp one side and I drill it, and as I drill it, then I put screws in it, and then I clamp the other side and then go through. Here, let me do this side real quick and I'll show you what I do with the other side. I got 1, 2, 3 blocks down here. First I line up the hole. I usually use the first hole because that way I'm hanging my clamps and stuff over like that, boom, boom. I can go in, put my deals in and move the clamps and all that. Here, I'll show you. See, I'll put these in here and then move this clamp. That way I know those holes are still lined up. Now, yeah, there's a few extra steps, but like I said, you know you're not ruining anything. Boom, clamp here, drill it. Now we can put the bolt here. So we got 2 bolts. Now let me go clamp it. See, we're just gonna put it like that and clamp it down. I'm gonna do this off camera because I wanna make sure everything is covered and good to go. All right, here we go. So we got that one hole, I'm gonna drill it, pull this pin, drop it all the way through, drill this one, you know, move this over to here. If I do have to move this clamp, instead I'll put another one here and then take this one off so I can have room to get to that. Because you don't want to unclamp it even though these 2 are holding in position, you still want it all in the same, if that makes sense. I mean, there's little steps, but man, I found if you cut any of them out, man, it's not worth the time, believe me. Yeah, you just make sure everything's covered. Now, one thing I always worry about is see how this hangs over here? This G10 hangs over. I had to make sure it was even with here, not out here, because that's a big mess up. So yeah, this is hanging over. Everything's hanging over good. All right, let's do it. Just made it. It almost hit there. I would have had to move it over a little bit. We just made it. Boom. All right, let me do the other ones and we're good. So I got this one on pivots and this one cut on pivots. This one basically ready to shape. So I did those for Instagram and all that. So let me show you what I do. You know, the 2 different types. These are getting Anzos, so I'm just bringing them like I have this. I just want it right above the bevel here and right down as close as I can get to the edge. And these, I'm gonna shape kind of like a bottle, so I'll just draw it. You can see where I already drew right here how I'm gonna shape it. Now I'll take them all apart and go over to the grinder. Something like that. You know, as I'm shaping them, we'll see. Yeah, and if you can't ever get the pivot out, get it. I usually keep 8/32 screws. These are actually from the Dexter knife, but pop it through like that. Boom. Sometimes you'll have to put it on a 1, 2, 3 block like this and knock it out. Like this one looks like it's way too far. Well, this one will probably pop out the other way. That's probably why it stuck so much, because I already tried pushing this one. Oh, call me a liar. I sat there and I must have wiggled it loose a bunch of times because, man, I couldn't get it out. That's why I say 1, 2, 3 blocks, you use it for everything. So you take your standoffs, take your blade. Now I stop like right here because I want mine to come like this. So I'm gonna start right there and stop right there. Boom. Now we're gonna draw this a little bit bigger so we can put them together and have room to, you know, shape them. You don't want to cut them exact because then they'll end up too short. It's always better to have them longer. I'm being dirty. It's always better to be longer. Take it from me, I'm 6'2". Now I put left on here. And you can even put like 52-100 or whatever the steel is. Like this is the Hamon W2, so I know. But you don't want to like accidentally put 2 left sides on. If I didn't mark these, I might, you know, put both of these on, and things can go wrong when you're in a hurry, you're not paying attention. I'll just cut these on the bandsaw, but let me get everything else marked out. Like I said, we kind of want that a fat belly, and we kind of want this a fat belly. But, let's see, boom, boom. Now these scales are just getting rounded. I made them both the same, on the same side. See, that stuff you gotta watch out for. Oh, I need to flare these out. No, see? Okay. See? Stuff like that messes with you, right? That's when you take your acetone and get that off there. Especially if you're dyslexic and do things backwards, you don't want that like that. You gotta be careful when you're flaring out with carbon fiber because it has a tendency to want to grab. Not that that's too bad, but you know, it'll make your holes loose. Yeah, so this one ain't too bad. It's actually pretty much right on there. All right, let me just mark the maple out and this other carbon fiber, and I'll set up the bandsaw. Here we go. I got the big wheel on, so I'm gonna do all the spines and the bottoms, and then I'm gonna put the small wheel on and get in here and see where we get. I might wait on the carbon fiber because I'll tell you what, I got pants on now well, stretch pants that, you know, I work out in. But I had ointment on my tattoo from Friday, so I guess it was Saturday or Sunday. But might even been, I don't know. Anyway, I had ointment on my tattoo, and I only had shorts, but I only drilled these. I didn't think it would matter, so I didn't put pants on. Man, all the carbon fiber got stuck in the ointment, and man, I have like a rash from my foot all the way up to my knee. And luckily the tattoo didn't get ruined, or, you know, it's not infected, but man, it itches like hell, and it already itches. Oh man. So I might wait on the carbon fiber. That's why I got my jacket on and pants on. But let's get this and we'll see where we get. So I got my vacuum hooked up. Yeah, man, I just had to use some gaff tape and all that. And, you know, tape it to a bunch of metal stuff that would hold it up. So, all right, let's get to it. Alright, so I already did this one. Basically what I do is I just, you know, kind of eyeball it here and here. I wanted it right above where the bevel's going, like that, see? I got these marked out. Boom, boom. You know, we'll just bring them down so they're even and follow our lines. This one just gets rounded off, basically, so. Alright, let's do it. I could put the other wheel back on, but I got this set up and it's the same thing. So, you know, you can hit it in here and get it smooth, then you can bring it out to your slack belt to smooth it all out. See, and you just put them like that. So, this one looks like it needs to come up a little bit more. It's going to be in that bevel. I'm saving the carbon fiber for last. I'm going to glow up and all that probably tomorrow. After I get everything else shaped, I'll just bite the bullet and do it. I'll see you in a second. Tomorrow for me. So we got everything to the spines here. Boom. Next thing to do is take them off like this. Now, if you're just rounding them, I would take a marker and, you know, put your finger here and try to stay right on the edge. You don't have to be perfect, but you want to make sure when you're rounding it, you don't go past that line. Because like I said, these are even with the spine. If you go up right to here, you might make it too small. You want to leave yourself some space. But what we're doing is we're coming out, then we're coming in, and then back out like this. So we're doing that first, and then we can round it. And I guess we're coming back here. See, even me that draws all the time can't do it. So don't, these are just rough guides. And that's why we have them together, so you can see here, you know, it's gonna kind of come in here like that. Kind of come like that. You want to try to keep it even as you're grinding, and want to keep these spaced the same as you're grinding. You know, the marking is just a reference. You don't even have to go to that. You know, as you're going, kind of put your hand around it and see how it feels. All right, let's do it. Did this side. I'll be back with the next one, and then maybe the Angeles. I'm gonna save carbon fiber for last because my leg, I'm not even doing tattoos this weekend because my leg is all messed up from the ointment getting carbon fiber on it, and my leg, Anyway, so that's one side, and then we just copy this over to here, and then we just kind of flip back and forth and see how we're doing. See, I started to do that, and then I realized, oh man, I better stop and do it for Instagram because Instagram and TikTok love me a lot more than YouTube. Woo! Yeah, man. Look at that. Perfect fit. That's why I said you can see there's still like an 1/8 or a 1/16 where I left it where I didn't touch it. Look, there's my line I drew. So we're good there. We're going to have to hand sand. You know, handles you always have to hand sand. All right, let's get on to some Anzos. I've already rounded the handles. What I'd like to do is I round them all off just a little bit, and then I'll put in where the choil's gonna be, or the finger groove, or whatever you wanna call it. That's my starting point. So I know this is gonna basically come up here. So I can put one here, and then we just start. Let's see, that's about the wheel size, so boom. Boom, then I'll come in, I'll drop it, and then I'll come in this way here, and then I'll start going up. But that's why I have these liners on here to know where to stop going down. But we're not going to go all the way down, we're just going to go like a halfway, and then we're going to start coming up. Because that'll come up here. Should be like that. Hopefully. Nah, that wasn't right. Always line it up, see, so it'll be right here. So let me take these off. Acetone. So we're gonna be coming up right here. The acetone didn't work too good this time. Worked everywhere else. All right, let me put the first one in and we'll get from there. That's why you always gotta double check your work. If you see something doesn't look right, then change it. I did that on purpose for you guys. Well, look at that. And it right on the lines, basically. Well, once I rounded it, it's a little off, but not too much. The centers are basically where those lines are, so. All right, let's do the other side. Alright, I'm calling it there. I was just editing all that. Basically, all I got left are these handles right here, which are just like this. And this, which is just another Anzo. This Anzo came out real nice. Yeah, man. Woo! Check that bad boy out. I got the carbon fiber, but I'm not going to mess with that on camera. I don't want to mess up my cameras. Plus, I'm going to be covered head to toe. If you follow me on Instagram, I actually showed all the bumps and all that from my leg. Man, it's starting to heal, but it's been a week. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. So I'm just going to call it there, and, yeah, I'll see you on the next one. I got to wear pants. I got to wear jackets, everything. Gloves to do that carbon fiber, so I'm not going to stop the talk, so there's no reason to record it. These are actually a lot easier to do than these. So, yeah, basic stuff. Same idea, just different contour. Alright, but that's it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Leave some comments, let me know what you do with your handles. Is it the same thing? Do you use pivots? Do you pin it up, glue it up first, and all that good jazz? Alright, I'll put the playlist to the rest of this build here, and website's right there. Hope y'all having a great day, and as always, take it easy.